Hi everyone, it's Carrie, aka Nerdy Girl Crates, and welcome back to my YouTube channel. Today is Indie Friday, and we're going to take a look at a book I got off Kickstarter called Lady Mechanika by Joe Benitez. Now this book originally, well I should say, this character originally debuted back in August 2010 as a 6-part series that Benitez produced on his own. This is a brand new story that's been done strictly through Kickstarter. It's called a deluxe edition, and it's produced actually by Image Comics. The name of the book is The Monster of the Ministry of Hell #1, so there's probably going to be more issues. First off, let's give a synopsis. This is like a steampunk genre, and I love steampunk designs, and it focuses on the main character, Lady Mechanika, who is the sole survivor of a psychotic serial killer. And she is brought to this laboratory, and she looks like she's got demonic red eyes. And some of her limbs, have been amputated and replaced with mechanical components. Now, in this story, what I like about it is it pretty much introduces new readers to the characters by starting off with a glimpse of her origin. You see her arrive at this laboratory and everybody's trying to figure out if she's some type of demon, and she's brought to this person called the Deacon, who is trying to help outcasts like her. The story then flash forwards to the present, where she is at a Founders Day event with a little boy, and they're meeting up with this other guy and his daughter. Now, what I want to talk about first, of course, is the art. The art is fabulous. It is just straight up fabulous. I love the designs in this, the steampunk, the details to everything. I love most of all the coloring choices, because it gives you like this antique look with the different types of golds and metal colors and reds and whites. I love, like, with her arms, they're not like this clean mechanical metal. They're kind of like, it's dark and kind of like, almost looks recycled, I guess you could say. You know, the details in it looks like worn. It's not, as I said earlier, like shiny gray, silver. It's worn out, and it looks really nice. It's a really nice detail. Her red eyes just pop. With like the gold, like the antique coloring, it just kind of sets the scenery for where this takes place, and I love that a lot about this comic. What I don't like about this comic is pretty much the story. Now, yes, I do like the fact that it introduces new readers to this character, despite that it's been around since 2010. What I don't like is it's not really setting up anything. You do get this flashbacks to her origins without giving away everything. That kind of does intrigue you. But then the present day plot is just her pretty much hanging out at this Founders Day event, having a discussion with this man, discovering about the man's daughter having an illness that his wife also has. But there's, like, in my opinion, there is no setup for some kind of villain. There's no kind of threat level. You know, from what I understand from previous issues, she is supposed to be like a detective. There's no mystery that's set up. There's no client, unless this guy's going to become one. They call this a deluxe edition. The only thing about this that makes it a bigger book is that you have about, I think it's like 10 pages of just like art. Like no story, just like art, black and white art of the different characters, and I kind of felt like cheated, if that makes sense. I feel like this should have been a graphic novel for something that was on Kickstarter. I should have gotten like at least a full issue, because this doesn't even feel like a regular full issue. I wanted something teased besides her origins. I wanted a reason to invest in more issues. I wanted to know, what is this monster of the Ministry of Hell? I kind of felt like I wasn't really getting anything. You're just setting up her relations with people at this Founders Day event, and And just doing flashbacks to her at this lab. Now, I don't know, is this the Ministry of Hell? Those people you see at the end that all look like demons, or maybe they're just disformed. Why should I keep reading this story? I mean, yes, the art is phenomenal. I love the art. I love the colors. I love the designs of the characters, but I also need a good story, and I really felt disappointed investing in this on Kickstarter. I mean, because all I get is like a book you're claiming to be deluxe, and a bunch of trinkets in an envelope. You know, a bunch of like random merchandise. I expect more. I do. I expect to be sold on this story, and I'm not really sold on it. I mean, I don't know. Were you expecting people purchasing this to have known the other volumes that you've written prior? I don't know. I'm just kind of like really disappointed with the story, and and then waiting for it through Kickstarter and then finally getting it. And as much as you want to complain about other people on Indiegogo, I feel like they at least give you more in their book than this. I mean, it just didn't feel like to me like a complete first issue. And yes, you're not supposed to complete a story in the first issue. You want to hook people, but there was no hook. There was no hook. I don't know why I should continue this. It's great to look at. I mean, it's visually amazing to look at, but I don't see why I should be totally invested in this character, why I should be behind her, I don't see why, outside of you get a sense that she went through something horrible. Why in the present should I root for her? What is she doing that makes me want to say, this is an interesting character and I could see her being like an amazing hero? What? I mean, she's babysitting a kid at a Founders Day event. That's all you get. All you get is that. And I'm really disappointed. I love his art. Again, I have not read the other volumes, but for something you're doing on Kickstarter and you're trying to get people invested in this, especially if people don't know that this character's been around since 2010, you should have offered them more than just kind of glimpses of the origin. You should have offered them a reason to want to get the next book. Why should they invest in the next Kickstarter? Why? I mean, I feel like I'm just paying for a book with some great art in it. That's about it. I expect better. And I know I sound really disappointed, but when you're investing in something on a crowdfunder, you're paying more money than you would normally pay if you walk into the comic book store to buy an issue. And when you're promoting something as something to be deluxe, I expect like a graphic novel. Like a freaking full graphic novel, like multiple issues in one book. I didn't even feel like I got a full first issue. I don't think I'll be. If there's another campaign, I don't even know if I'll be interested enough to like want to invest in it, because like I said, for the money, I really wanted more of this. And hey, that's the challenge of investing in these crowdfunding books. You're going to win some, you're going to lose some. You're going to find something amazing that you want to keep on reading, like Common America. And then you're going to find something like this that just completely pisses you off. And you wish you can get your money back. It's sad but true. I had to rant on this one, because I was really looking forward to it when I saw the art. I was like, hopefully. And from Image Comics, I mean, come on. Not saying Image is perfect, but for them to want to get behind this book after it's been out for like 6 volumes on its own, oh well, that's life. So let me know down below. Did you invest in the Kickstarter project for Lady Mechanika? Have you read prior books about Lady Mechanika? Do you like it? Do you hate it? Do you feel like me right now, really disappointed and frustrated? Go ahead, comment down below. Do not forget to like, share, and subscribe this video. And I will see you on the next one. Bye.